All right, what is up, guys? Coach Joe, not at Garage de la Swole. I actually ventured far into the swamplands, undisclosed location, hanging out with my buddy. He wanted me to come over, kind of give you guys a garage gym tour of the equipment that he has, kind of talk more about why he chose the equipment, the setup. There's a lot of really cool items in here, so super stoked. Told me to get here at a certain time, and here we are. So let's type in the secret code. Hey,
seriously, man? Hey, yeah, obviously. I can tell you're here, and you're here approximately 2 minutes and 30 seconds early. I said 6:50, not 6:47:32. 6:50.
All right,
so,
bro. All right, dude, cut me some slack, dude.
I'm not cut you nothing. I'm about to freaking cut you up, boy.
All right. Well, anyway, I told the people, I told you guys that we're here in a legit home gym, home garage gym. So first off, I want to kind of cover with him, what does that even mean? What's a home garage gym versus other garage gyms we see on the internet?
You know a lot of people, what you're seeing on the internet nowadays is you got a converted garage into a gym. And you don't have the pure functional garage and functional gym, the 2-in-1. I like to call this is a true hybrid, you know. Those pretty rooms, those pretty gyms that got freaking horse stall mats from wall to wall, that ain't it.
Whoa. Hey, don't hate on the horse stall mats.
Well, okay, obviously you can tell that I did this speckled floor myself.
You did this?
Yeah, well, I did it to a degree. Obviously still got a lot of stuff in here that's one might use for garage activities for the building. Obviously nobody really ever accused me of being tidy or neat or organized.
All right, yo, let's get the rundown here, because there's a lot of cool just pieces of destruction, pure anabolic things are happening in here. I'm fascinated, so I want you to give us the rundown of some of the most prized possessions.
If you can tell, I'm a kind of a big fan of just like hunks of metal. Emphasis on hunks. Big pieces of metal. I've always thought that there's nothing more impressive than a dude that can throw around a heavy kettlebell, a heavy axle, heavy dumbbells, stuff like that.
Just hoisting loads.
So hoisting heavy loads. As you can see, it's not the prettiest collection of kettlebells you'll ever see. I essentially just go for whatever is cheapest, and that's done me well in regards to some of these, and terribly wrong in others.
All right, so what do we got? What's the lightest that we have up to the heaviest?
I think this lightest one, there's storage behind all of them. That guy had no idea he was selling me that RKC kettlebell for 25 bucks. That's a steal. A 24 kilo RKC bell for 25 bucks. It needs cleaned up. Your boy don't care. So I used to have a gym in a storage unit that was outfitted pretty well. And during COVID, I got rid of everything that was not a one of a kind or sentimental to me. And I priced very, very fairly. I made up for everybody that did not. We got a little 12 kg all the way up to the big boy.
Big Daddy.
All the way up to our 203, which is for the most part still your heaviest mass-produced kettlebell out there. I understand that Great Lakes Gearia, if I'm saying that right, is now making bells in excess of 350 pounds, which we'll get there soon. Yeah, there's all mixed match. Some of these are Gear Voice Sports, some of them are hard style, different. I mean, obviously some handles that fit two hands really well, other ones that are atrocious, like the 60 kilo PB bell that you can barely fit two small carny hands on. You look at that one. Rogue does a good job of their bells, being able to fit two on there.
I don't like these ones.
They're awful.
Why? Why? Like, I don't know why I don't
so
like them, but I just don't.
Yeah, if you compare it to like a normal Gear Voice Sport Bell. This is a fairly square. This is more squared off than this thing.
Yeah.
That's cheap. That's awful.
And they're
that's
all the same.
That's a Chinese
same
knockoff.
size, right? Like no matter what weight, they have the same size.
Yeah,
bell.
GS bells are all, I believe, the same.
Why kettlebells? Why?
Why kettlebells?
In like 2 sentences.
How about instead of 2 sentences, we go 2 words, 1 name. Valentin Dykl, however you say it. Search his name. He was a Russian circus performer who supposedly injured himself doing acrobatics, then got into strength training and healed his broken back. Massive claim. I don't know about that one. But he is the guy that you see juggling a 176-pound kettlebell and the big balls off of the back of his neck doing that stuff. And I think it kind of like there's a powerful thing about being able to grip and swing around a kettlebell. And they're pretty versatile.
Yeah, what do we got over here, dude?
So this is kind of like the throwing random pieces of metal in there. I'm a big grip guy.
Oh yeah.
And you know, here's my little spiel about people in their Gucci grip stuff. And I know there's people. Hey, I know you're friends with people that make the most highest of quality grip products around. But me, I'm poor. I'm miserly, if you will. And what's the difference in just like, this isn't a commercial gym. I don't have 300 people coming here to do grips. Go grab a dowel rod, throw an eye bolt into it, and just use this. Like, this is your grandfather clock.
How much does that cost
Piece
you?
right there. It cost me cheap 99.
Cheap 99.
Cheap 99 right there. Look at that too. Made in the USA. Right? Everybody wants to go to Rogue, go to Soars and X's, all those places because it's made in the USA. You know what? I got this wood's made in the USA too, buddy. And look, look at that. And my same down for my wrist roller.
Okay. Check that out. Check out these things. Yeah.
Got some clevises. And again, chunks of metal. You got guys that work in shipyards out there. Joey, I'm sure you're a man of the people.
Yeah.
Some would
say.
Blue collar folk, right? Get up there in Pennsylvania, got those people working at steel mills. Those people can probably get their hands on metal. You know, grab yourself a big, that's like a 30-pound clevis.
Yeah.
Right there.
I can't actually get that off with one hand.
Hey, grab that. With my band wrapped around it. Oh, look at these shenanigans. Unrehearsed.
Yo, this is legit. You could, you hook this up for drags and stuff?
Everything carry it. You can even take this part of the shackle out. This could be your own grip implement, your own pull implement, your own pronation, supination, all sorts of stuff like that. This thing, you can toss it, you can curl it, you can just, whatever you can think of. Hey, as with all strength training, the only limit is your imagination, folks, right?
Got some other little odd objects over here. We got a little pin. We got a sledgehammer.
Loading pin. We got Indian clubs that I'm not really savvy with yet. I got a Russian. No, it's not Russian. What's that? Hungarian core blaster.
Yeah, I'm Hungarian.
Yeah, well, they're all former Soviet, part of the Soviet Republic, so it's all the same. Anyway, shoulder rock for any of you Kabuki strength fans out there, acolytes, if you will. One of my best friends got me that. As you can tell, if I can't recreate it with wood, I have to buy it or have a really good friend that gives it to me.
I feel like I had one of these at one point.
Yeah, you did. Some freaking. Oh, I probably shouldn't say that.
We're demonetized.
And just blurred out with a quack noise. Some wah. Some wah guy convinced me that his hands needed to be stronger than mine, so I gave him that. Another cool piece is this pseudo Rolling Thunder. Sometimes there's really famous YouTubers will make fun of you because you tell them you have something that's like a Rolling Thunder or a rolling grip thing, and then they touch it and they're like, no, it's not. But this is from 2003. A strongman friend of mine used this to train for Hercules holds. So cool stories behind stuff like this. Yeah. Great for accessories and grip, and then kind of boost your ego a little bit if you are doing a Rolling Thunder like lift. We got some Fat Bell. Shout out Donnie Thompson. Donnie's the man. As you can tell, I haven't bought the whole set brand new. These are kind of used. I'm a big used market guy. So Donnie, I promise someday I will purchase new products from you so that you get paid for it. You're not going to just ask him for free products to review? I would personally never, and that's a never say never, never say always. I would never just ask somebody for free products, no matter how bad my mustache is, that I'm trying to hide my bad looking upper lip. I would never do that to anybody. So, kind of both ends of the spectrum. 150 pound fat bell that you picked up the other day. It's grotesquely dense.
Yeah, deceiving. Very
and then
deceiving.
just that 44. Like I said earlier, I just kind of pick up stuff as they come. I look on Marketplace, Craigslist constantly to see what I have, and if it's a good deal, whether or not I need it, I buy it.
All right, now we got the infamous fat, what is that, axle? What do we call this thing?
Yeah.
Dude, this thing's brutal.
I thought you were going to talk about the Airdyne for a second.
We're going to.
Okay,
we are going
that
to.
is...
I don't want to give it away.
That is it's pretty nasty. And this was, you know... Just put my hands on it. I bet it's...
Oh, dude, that's like, what, a 3 or 4?
I can pick it up. I think it's 3. And this was made... I had this made from... It was a bumper of an off-road vehicle. So they were going to trash this massive bumper on an off-road vehicle, and I asked the guy if I could have it. He had no idea why I wanted it. So then I chopped up a women's Olympic bar, because nobody uses them except women. So welded this up there. I think it's like 30, almost 34 pounds naked.
Let's talk about the Devil's Tricycle. This looks like a real OG one here. What model? What year model is this?
Well, first off, made in Taiwan.
Okay.
Unfortunately, one of the reasons why it's probably lasted so long. Kind of an old school, probably 80s Airdyne. Gal on Craigslist said, come get it for free.
Ooh.
Loaded up 2 kids in the truck. Flew about, I didn't fly, obviously, because I was in the truck. Drove about 40 minutes, exceeding the speed limit. Picked this up for free. And then, being the disciple of Donnie Thompson that I find myself to be, he said nothing's better on an Airdyne or an Echo bike than fat grips. It closes that gap on your hands just enough. And if you've never tried fat grips on an Airdyne or an Echo bike, try it, and it'll change your life. And again, because I'm too cheap to have my fat grips, that is tubing from like Home Depot, just a rubber hose. Just cut it up and kind of layer it on top of it.
We got some big DBs over here.
Fat dumbbells, again, don't need them, but they were a good price, so I bought them. So maybe some of my bigger, stronger, competitive strongman friends can use it.
We got some karate belts.
So obviously picked this up off of Devin Larrett. I find that a lot of the lower arm training he does for arm wrestling is massively beneficial for just anybody that's training seriously. So kind of his pronation, supination, and I have a bunch of. We'll go outside. We'll take a journey outside to see some of the random weights I have laying around. But yeah, hey, and to not dishonor, right, the code of martial arts in the do, right, the way of it, I can only go to white belt. I can't come out here with a black belt, guys. That'd be disrespectful.
White belt always, baby.
And the last thing white belt mentality
right, 100%.
in life. So for me to come out here with a black belt or a purple belt, guys, that's not me. That's just not me. I'm really digging these Kevlar, these kind of fat Kevlar. I can drop these in the garage all day and not wake up the kids or the wife as they're resting the floor room above me as I'm psychotically working out at hours that are probably inappropriate.
Oh, we got one of these. We used this the other day. Look at this thing.
Boy.
Look at this thing.
The Nebula T-Bar. I think you're going to be hard-pressed to find kind of like a better setup than that one.
That's legit. The grip feels good. I like it. It's big, cumbersome, but legit at the same time. I like this one better than the Rogue one.
Way overbuilt.
Yeah.
Cool story with this one. This is actually outside of a gym. They no longer had room for it and kind of put it out to pasture, and it was all rusty. And I went in there with a 2-part plan. I asked them if I could refurbish it for them, and I would bring it back with the hopes that they would just not want it anymore. And sure enough, they did not want it anymore.
Here, because there's just a lot of stuff, you know, just a lot of things. I mean, we got assortment of some dumbbells.
Just a dumbbell pile. Hey,
yeah.
These bad boys right here, found those at the dump. Whoever's throwing away 40-pound old school dumbbells.
What an idiot.
Mucho estupido.
Yeah, for sure. We got a little assortment here. We got, is this for, what are all these for?
Those random plates are for one of two machines that I'm.
Do you have the machine?
Yeah, the machines are outside. Say I'm gonna refurbish maybe both of them.
All right.
Maybe one of them, maybe both of them.
We got some bars. We got this is a newer camber bar you got? Or
yeah,
you
it's brand new. It's brand new.
Okay, yeah.
I mean,
you totally like never tell.
That is, so that came out of my storage unit. As I don't know if I said this, I still have a bunch of stuff in the storage unit that I'm moving into this garage as much as I can fit in at a time. This is an old school DH Eco 20 kilo camber bar. If I can remember my research, I want to say this was manufactured in the late 70s for a bench press specialist named Mike McDonald out of Minnesota. And he kind of came up with the idea of getting more of a stretch on his bench press. Maybe one of those Institute of Iron or Zach Evanesh or one of the historian guys could kind of learn me and everybody else up on that. But that's like one of the OG camber bars, super deep camber. It's not even really even. Yeah. But it's a gnarly bar. We'll clean it up here soon and get it going.
And we got Black Widow.
That's a Black Widow training gear bar. They, I think I also have their front squat bar, a fat lap pull down bar, a narrow grip cable row attachment, and this camber bar. They're making great stuff. I think this got really popular with Zach Evanesh doing a lot of Zercher squats, Zercher carries with that implement. I've been doing that and then just getting some nasty pumps, doing curls on that. So young Joseph and I might do a little arm farm.
Oh, we're definitely going to. We're going, was it delt to tip?
Right.
No, we're talking fingertips, you freaking weirdos out there.
If you do tip to tip and you're considering your AC joint kind of a tip, your acromioclavicular joint, you can go tip to tip in a sense. For those of us that have sprained their AC joints plenty of times, it is kind of tip to tip.
Yeah, definitely have a screwed up AC joint from football.
See, there you go.
Shout out. All right, we got this is a beater bar. We should have a beater bar back here. Or what is this for?
That's what is that? This is a York Power Bar. Okay. That's right. So just your old school York Power Bar. It's probably a 30 millimeter bar, which kind of makes things not ideal. Zero flex in it, but you can. I'm pretty sure you can drop. You could probably drop $4.95 in a rack and it wouldn't bend it at all. So yeah, that's good to go.
Listen, we got two legendary pieces right here. Which one do you want to cover first?
Well, first off, look how nicely they fit together.
They do. It's a really nice rest.
It's a good combo.
Because like otherwise, like where would you really put this? Like it's kind of
tough. It's tough.
It's very erect. It's got
phallic.
Yeah, it's phallic. But that looks really good on the back extension right here.
Definitely. I think that your first taste of it was Friday, correct? You
yeah.
One up to that point.
Yeah. So I use this. Man, I gotta buy one. Reason I like it is the versatility. My man Stank can talk about it, but also since I'm limited to my garage and I do have machines in storage, but I'm trying to be space efficient. Things like RDLs, which I do love for posterior chain hamstring, they cause a lot of fatigue. So with this, Stank can demonstrate we can basically mimic the same thing that an RDL would work without as much systemic fatigue and more isolated. So he's got it on, very erect, looking good. Now if he were to do just a basic hinge with it, right? See, his hands are not involved on a barbell or anything like that. We're limiting the systemic fatigue.
Hand-free. Text and hinge.
Oh yeah,
right?
Text and hinge. You can just take you can take it for a walk down the park, baby. Get your work done. By the time you know it, your glutes are freaking just juiced up.
They're on fire.
Oh yeah. Oh wow. That's explosive. That is explosive. Not only is the pole erect, but so yeah. Tell any additional information.
Yeah,
on
it's
this?
just hey, a little goes a long way with this.
Yeah.
25 pounds, you can get it. Throw a chain on there, makes it even more different. You might not be horse cock and weight. You might just be pony penis in it, right? So don't think you have to go super heavy on this.
At the end of the day, the penis is there, and that's really what matters most.
It's phallic, and that's what matters the most.
That's a Chuck Vogel pull creation. Did he create that? Was that like his?
I think he designed it. Lexan Ironworks out of Columbus, Ohio, is who builds them. There's a bit of a lead time, so get it in now if you're interested in getting that. Those guys, I think it's probably 1 or 2 guys hand making them, doing a great job. That's built to last, and that's kind of like one of the themes in here. Is all the stuff I enjoy is really overbuilt. It's that old school 80s, 90s stuff where it's all welded. Not a whole lot of modularity to it. You're not gonna, it's not gonna come like a daggone erector set in a box. A lot of the stuff in here I had to load up in the back of the truck because it doesn't break down at all. So kind of like this Body Masters 45-degree back raise. That thing will be here with the cockroaches after a nuclear blast. Nice heavy duty pads have lasted. Had this outside for a hot second before I found a spot in here. But these things are solid.
Oh yeah, that's nice. That's nice. I need to get one. This is a legit one though. Some of the ones I feel like are just underbuilt. Like you could just tell. But Body Masters is like an OG, just solid. You're getting your money's worth. It's gonna last, like you said, the test of time. Check these freaking things out. What the heck is that, dude?
So, being the thrifty guy that I am,
my gosh,
there was a factory in a nearby city that was getting destroyed, and I happened to be there. And for any of the blue collar guys out there, that might look a lot like a blind flange that you'll find on the end of massive plumbing, like massive industrial plumbing. So I picked those up, and fortunately I know a guy who's a metal worker by trade. He does some machining, and I asked if he could, how difficult it would be to throw a hole in the middle of that and make it into a plate. So it does well. You're not going to want to deadlift with it a lot. That'll mess up a bar pretty good, but man, rack pulls, throw it on there if you're squatting, whatever. It just looks awesome.
And these are about 130 to 132 pounds a piece, so gnarly. But they're great because there's also like that wagon wheel size. But we did some rack pulls with them. It was gnarly. Loved it. Then we got some mishmash plates here.
Yeah, not quite a set. Someone but gifted me these nice, smooth little. Oh yeah. Oh. That works well. Wow. Oh, Grip Genie. Would you look at that?
Check out.
Would you look at that? All inside the Legend Fitness half rack.
Yeah.
Picked this up off a guy off of Facebook Marketplace. Got your posters. Obviously, your Alexander Karelin poster, trained like a madman for any 1990s, 2000 wrestler. They know exactly what we're talking about here. The Russian Bear, the Russian Experiment.
Who we got over there?
Oh my goodness.
Like, explain the motivation here. You go from one, you got, like this definitely to the eyes.
Obviously trained like a madman.
Yeah, that's very, very masculine, very intense, very anabolic.
Look at that, dude. No one can. And then Thomas Jefferson.
How is he, what does he do for you?
Body and mind. Mind and body. Take him for it.
Is that Nicolas Cage?
Classic. You skipped over skipped over my $1.50 dual landmine setup. $1.50 from an online auction. Throw a couple bolts and nuts on there and look at me. I get to skip the $400.
You going to Landmine University? You getting involved in their membership program?
Nah, man, they wouldn't accept me. Flunked out. I didn't have the SAT.
Too much brawn, not enough brains.
Exactly, that's what she said.
All right, back to Nicolas Cage.
All right, this is one of the cooler pieces that I have. We talked earlier about that puny pad that I had. As I've said before, Legend Fitness fan, the bomb-proof stuff, but that tiny pad wasn't going to do it. So, we're fortunate enough to have the Dracula pad from AbMat, a variation of the Thompson Fat Pad on here. And I think I can show you the coolest part of it. Do you want to see it?
Yeah, of course I want to see it. Show me the
If you say please, I'll do it.
Please.
Okay. So, I'm not one to show off, really. But if you look at our AbMat, young Joseph, can you tell me, right down here in the corner, what serial number that is?
Oh, I gotta get some.
Ooh.
0.
It's 0 out of 50.
So what does that mean?
Doesn't exist.
It's not a
This was the first one.
market?
This was the Easy, dude. I will not incriminate myself. This was a gift from an awesome guy, an awesome group of guys. Sorry, there's a Gatorade stain on there from my kids.
How could you?
Yeah, they don't respect the stuff I have in here, you know?
They don't know what
and
they
if
got.
you can see, you'll see a couple of my pieces if you haven't noticed already. Some of them have a custom paint job where they're just like, it's like white paint was splattered all over it, like that 10-pound weight right there. And you'll see with my reverse hyper. So, you know, sometimes your wife is repainting something and she leaves the white paint out in the garage, and your daughter comes in and double fists white paint, decides she's gonna
No respect.
No respect for the.
Ooh, we got the split squat pad.
Yeah, I'm kind of a wuss when it comes to split squat. I hate just having my.
Who is?
I hate my toe, just like digging into
Very
a pad and
humble.
everything like that. So, you know, I'll Facebook Marketplace myself a little Gucci pad.
Got some bands. I like it. Yeah, I mean, you need bands, right?
Yeah, you probably need bands that don't look like they've been through a Saharan summer, but you know,
Hey,
that's a luxury. I have my fat bands to do my inversions, to get my back all aligned. I don't know, I was gonna say stretched out, but aligned, I guess.
There we go.
There's
some little stuff. Yeah,
That's a cow skull.
Did you kill that? Did you kill that?
I did not know.
Was it alive at one point?
Well, we've carbon dated it. We're not really
Murderer.
getting any answers right now. Yeah.
Yeah. So this.
We're in a phase right now. We're in a phase. Constant fluctuation around.
Yeah. No,
You know,
that's
like
good.
I said, it's a working. Who else? Like some of those Gucci gyms, you don't have a deep freezer.
No.
What's look at this. What's in here? What's in the deep freezer?
Ooh. Straight gains. Yo, are these chicken bakes?
Those are chicken bakes.
Dude, my man.
Freeze pops?
Freeze pops. I mean, very underrated, especially for training.
You
And-
tell me, everybody doing their hardcore gym tours,
Yeah.
where guys like,
Oh, this piece right here, this helped me squat 2,300 reps.
You gotta cut back on the Newports there, brother.
get out of here. That's old school. That's hardcore, dude. Who's got George Jones' greatest hits right there, golden hits? Look at this. Hey, check out this. Look at this. This is my. Hey, wait, real quick. This is my number. Obviously, it doesn't say #1 drawer on there, but this is my #1 drawer, right? This is where I go when I need it.
This
When
is
I'm
the PR.
Right. This is
PR
the. It's
drawer?
called. I call it the PR drawer.
Yeah.
That's you didn't just make that up. I've called
Full
that.
send?
I've called it that for a long time.
Okay.
Right. Obviously, #1.
Yes, folks, that does say boner jams.
And that's Seeger night moves in the 2 spot.
You know, some major names in the fitness community have really attacked Bob Seger, saying that is actually not music.
Yeah, well, those are probably also the kind of guys that lease $150,000 cars. So they
Yeah.
probably don't like Skinnerd, and they listen to like adult vampire music.
Right.
So not naming any names.
Yeah, no names being named.
They'll know. He already blocked me on Instagram, so it's all good. It's all good anyway. Look at Bad Company.
Okay.
And then look at this. If you go too deep,
Ooh,
you might get.
dang, dude. Dang.
People probably think, oh, you're just a fan because it's popular. Hey,
Wow.
chat right.
Give it a kiss. Just give it a little kiss.
Yeah, so another George Jones. That's handwritten, so probably not by him, but the whole kit and caboodle out here.
This kind of
So-
reminds me of the Ratness slightly. You ever lift with some fresh cat dumps and turds while you're just deadlifting, hoisting hefty loads?
Trying to get the cats to go outside and outside only, but there's a litter box there's a litter box right behind you.
Yeah.
It's good. It's right. You guys need ammonia caps. I don't. I don't.
We got over here. Yeah.
I'm pretty parched. This is. I've never talked on camera.
Sweating.
I've never talked on camera this much.
Glistening. Yeah. Cleanse the palate. All right, we got some headgear.
Yeah, I got some rasp on headgear.
Were you a wrestler?
Once upon a time.
What was your move? Did you have like a signature move? Headlock?
Yeah, it's called the bone break. It's called the bone breaker.
Bone breaker.
But yeah, it's
Okay.
illegal in most states now. I think at one time I used this to time stuff. I know a bunch of guys like to use this. You got your Jujis, always does that, but I go off feeling, right? My break time is instincts. So, and everybody needs a pair of Walter Sobchak glasses.
I was just say, Jeffrey Dahmer, but yeah, I mean, same vibe for sure.
Yeah.
But like, pay no attention to what the heck. Okay. Yeah, and then we have a bunch of spray paint back there.
Whose wife doesn't like doing projects?
We got this tumbling mat.
Crash mat.
What do you do with this?
Well, mostly, I put it over here by the reverse hyper. We kind of skipped it. We can go back to it. The reverse hyper, my kids just climb up on there and jump onto the crash mat while I try to get a sick pump and or do some mobility or do something to try and fix my ever-breaking body.
That's definitely...
That's a custom paint job. That's one of one. This is one of the few items that I bought new.
Yeah, that's not
Titan. Hey, it's a Titan Fitness. If you think I'm scared to buy some Titan Fitness, you're dead wrong. Although the belt does suck on a Titan Fitness reverse hyper, so it's good to know some people that can do some industrial sewing, get some nylon together, and there you go.
All right.
And we're gonna use that in an all new way that you never used it, young Joseph, when we do arms at some point.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of people are like, I'm sure they got like chalk buckets. I think Dave Tate sells a chalk bucket for a gazillion dollars, but it's all good. I promise I'm not talking trash on all these people. I just like talking about them.
All right, we come over here. We got what's this, like MTV Cribs in here, dog? What we got? Oh, okay, I like it. We got to inspect the fridge.
Not bad.
We got good hydration materials in here. We of course have carbohydrates, more carbohydrates. Oh yeah, lime juice.
Dude, don't pay attention to that stuff in the back. What's in the freezer?
Corn doggies, hey.
Hey. Oh wow. Go big or go hungry.
I mean, dude. Yeah.
It's the Fat Boy Jr.
I love that. You got Fat Boy Juniors.
Hey, maybe you could earn one later.
Maybe. I know you had those in there. Yeah.
It's another junk corner. You can,
Okay.
okay, call it what it is. It's every dude needs a pair of muck boots. Irregardlessly of where you live, you need a pair of muck boots.
Yeah, and is it an oxygen tank or something?
Oh.
What is that?
It was.
Oh, okay.
This was an oxygen tank.
It's
that
casual.
was- Hey, that's OG body tempering stuff.
I mean, dude, this is. Do you have a name for this?
No.
Has it been deemed?
No, I don't think I will unless it comes to me in like a vision at night.
Like a deep dream, or some sort of.
Yeah, well, I don't get good deep sleep. It's that's what the Oura Ring says is I don't get deep sleep. I don't get REM sleep. But someday it'll come to me in a vision.
I like it though. I like it because this is a legit garage or home gym. I mean, too many people are getting too fancy with it. It's almost like a competition nowadays, right? Like you're in the neighborhood, guy rolls up his door, he sees your stuff, gets big chested with
Dude's got a skier.
Yeah.
He's got a skier in there. He's got a what the freak are those pro form runners. I'm just trying to hope that the pedal doesn't break on my Airdyne. Okay, there's piles of trash out here again. Nobody ever accused me of being organized, but you can see the Legend Fitness lat pull down. That's a plate loaded lat pull down / low row that I've been refurbishing for like up to a year and a half or 2 years now. We're getting there. First I gotta find a spot for it, right?
Is these plates down here too? What the heck? I didn't even see this.
Those are my ones for my Devon Lariat exercises. I bought those thinking those were 2-inch Olympic holes. Yeah, I use them to prop stuff up on. I bought those thinking they were Olympic holes, and they turned out to be standard holes. And even when I got there, I guess I was too much of a coward to like turn around and just walk away. For the guy, he was a big time weirdo. But so I just have those now. Obviously, seen better days. I used it for a rack pull or two. So it's seen better days. Here's our Nakatomi Plaza sign from last Christmas decoration. So,
all right, the folks want to know is.
Well, I'll tell you what I want to know is why my T-shirt's in the bush. Daggone it.
Have you been looking for this thing?
Yeah, my kids throw it because my bedroom window's right above it.
Oh.
That's where it's been.
Wow. That was good.
Oh, here's a 220-pound keg. Oh. Oh, you guys want to pay $300 for your Bulgarian soup place bags? Well, You could just find a tractor tire inner tube on the side of the road and come home and make one yourself.
Legend has it in the back of your truck, you're always equipped to train, no matter where, when, or how. Is this true?
Yeah, you'll hear no lies. So, I think it's one of the more versatile pieces of equipment that I constantly keep in the back of my truck. There's a tire with some nylon on it. And at any point, I can do tire drag. It's a sled. It's a sled.
100%.
So you could do a tire drag. You could do anything you can do with a sled. You can do shoulders. You can pull. You can bides. You can tries. You can do whatever.
All right, ladies and gents, if you made it this far in the video, wow, you are our #1 supporters, and we are grateful for you. But before we head out, I always like to ask my guests, do you have any wisdom when it comes to garage gyms or anything like that to give to the masses? What would it be?
Yeah, well, I think I have a lot of wisdom when it comes to garage gyms, and I think what people need to first think about when they're looking towards getting garage gyms is just look inside yourself, right? So you need to really think about what it is that you want, both as a human and as just like a being on this earth, like as part of this this human race. You need to be thinking about how can this garage gym really be for the better of mankind, and oftentimes people are thinking about more so what it can do for me, but I want to think like how can this benefit the human race and really mammals across the globe, and maybe even beyond the globe, right? Like what is someone's in the next galaxy, what is like that, what's their garage gym look like, and what are they doing inside of it, and are they training like me? I don't know. I wonder that all the time. Do they eat like me? Can they even think like me? Do they even know what progressive resistance is? Do they know what conjugate is? That's the kind of stuff that I think that people really need to be put it down on paper. They're just like record it on your phone. Just go to your. Everybody has voice notes nowadays, and I think that's where they should be heading to find out what it is they think they should be doing when it comes to building this. It is just just some people it's just a garage gym, but other people this is this is my church. This is my place of worship. This is a laboratory for me. This is my kitchen where I cook up good stuff for my soul, right? Everybody's thinking nowadays about like, oh, chicken soup for the soul. My chicken soup for these biceps, right? What am I doing to do like we're all in this together, even if we're all apart? If that should make all the sense in the world to you, yeah, it'll talk all the sense in the galaxy to you. And that's where people just aren't doing that nowadays, right? They're too busy thinking about Rogue or Sorinex, right? Rep fitness, rep this idea, okay? How about you go rogue with your thoughts? How about you soar into the next galaxy with your mindset and your imagination and your creativity? That's kind of where I'm going. So yeah, to answer your question, that's just real quick what I think people should be thinking about. Yeah, if you just want to, are we even thinking though?
Dude, you left me with a lot of questions for myself right there. And I think on that note, I'm probably gonna head out. But lastly, where yeah, just hold on.
You're heading out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where?
All right, so really what we discussed. Okay.
Listen, where can the viewers find you?
Yeah, you can't find me. Not really gonna be able to. If you can find me, hey, good luck.
All right, man. Hey, Stank, pleasure, bro. Really appreciate it, and I'll catch you next time.
But you're
Yeah, we're good. Thank you, bro. Yeah, guys. So interesting, right? Nonetheless, a lot of things to think about there and consider. Whether that's your life, your purpose, your mission here on planet Earth. But just wanted to drop those golden nuggets of content. You know, I'm not an influencer. I am just a man in this human vessel who just likes to make his vessel bigger and stronger, and these are some ways to do it with what you just saw. So if you like the video, subscribe, stay and leave me, Strength Machine. Catch you later. Peace.